think that term scarcity can be quite overused when it comes to whiskey.
Absolutely.
But rarity is really something that we can apply to the Gordon MacPhail 1949 from Milton Distillery, because this is a real one-off. This is something that can never be replicated. There is only 180 bottles of this whiskey from a time where no other stocks really exist.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable when you think 72 years waiting for this whiskey to come to life, if you like, and be the opportunity for people to taste. And I think for me, scarcity is really three things. I think it's about patience, I think it's about time, and I think it's about ultimately quality as well is really, really important. And these are principles I think that Gordon MacPhail have had throughout its long, long history.
It is remarkable. Alice, what do you think? What is it about whiskey that makes it particularly rare or collectible?
Yeah, well, first of all, the age, of course, but it's also the fact that it's delicious as well. There's no point in having age if it doesn't taste good. Milton is like a secret handshake, I suppose, amongst whiskey lovers, isn't it?
It's also, of course, the oldest licensed distillery in the Highlands. 1785, I believe. It has been in pretty continual operation since then. So it's got, the distillery itself is unique, and it was always called Milton until 1951, when the distillery then took the name of the product, so it became Strathclyde.
But why was it called Strathclyde? Where did that name come from?
It comes from the river, right? The Strath is a sort of broad valley, and the River Isle is right beside the distillery.
As far as I know, and tell me if I'm wrong here, there haven't been any other bottlings of Milton Distillery in recent memory, at least anyway, is that right?
Yeah, that's certainly to the best of our knowledge. It's, there's not being a whiskey, particularly of this age. It's also Gordon MacPhail's last cask of this particular vintage, which makes it even more unique as well, so it'll never be seen again, this particular vintage.
In your opinion, does this make a good investment opportunity?
You know, the investment potential of this whiskey is undeniable, but I think the more important thing is to drink it and savour it. So I would suggest buying, in an ideal world, one to drink and one to keep.
Where people talk about sort of these two very popular terms at the moment, two people talk about luxury and they talk about investment, and like for me they're actually two very, very different things. So there's this idea that you could look at a bottling like this and go, okay, it's very, very rare, and therefore it's scarce. People are going to hopefully drink some of these, and therefore it's likely to appreciate. But on the other hand, you have this idea of something being luxury. But for me, I can think of no more sort of special and indulgent experience than tasting a whiskey that's this snapshot in time, this rare, rare liquid that's absolutely delicious with people you like.
This whiskey here that we all have in our hands is the oldest bottling of Strathclyde ever released. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, a very rare opportunity to literally purchase a piece of Scotland's liquid history.
Gordon MacPhail has a very rich history of releasing some fantastic, well-aged whiskies. But what else can we expect from the company in future?
We do have casks maturing from the 1940s, 1950s. I think they are living experiments, so we will see how far age will take them. But the really, really important thing when making these decisions is about quality. And quality cannot be sacrificed for age.
I very much enjoyed sampling this piece of living history with all of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
And thanks, Ian. Cheers.